Hey, this is Brendan Ives, and I wanted to share with you today one of the stories of America. In Juneteenth, which is celebrated on June 19th, it's become recently a federal holiday, but it's a story and a celebration that goes back many, many years. And it is the date in which we celebrate the end of slavery in America. On June 15th in 1865, word finally reached Texas that the Civil War had ended and that slaves were now freed in that state, making it the last place in America where slavery was sanctioned. And with the end of slavery, it became a great and wonderful thing. However, one of the things that it brings to attention today is the challenge of empathy. I, as you can tell, am not an African American. I was not from a lineage that came from individuals who had been enslaved in America. Now, as a white American, one of the important things for me to be able to do on a date like today, Juneteenth, which is June 19th, I need to be able to understand empathy. I need to understand what it is to feel or understand or engage with the feelings of others. I do not have the same emotional connection to the end of slavery that some of my African American friends will have. But I need to be able to be empathetic and understand and feel those emotions alongside them. And it is important to be able to do that because what's important to them should also be important to me if I truly care about them. One of the challenges that we have in America is that we struggle to have empathy for others. We struggle to understand and feel the emotions of what other people are encountering in life, and we often are too quick to make judgments or to make statements before we actually understand the position of others or understand or feel the emotions of others. And Juneteenth is a great reminder, especially for white Americans, to remember the fact that other races within our country feel a certain way that is different than the way we feel. And it's part of their heritage, it's part of their culture, it's part of their story. And if we're unable to understand that, we will fail to be able to truly be a community together with those individuals. We see this constantly in our world where two groups of people, whether they're Democrats or Republicans, whether they are African Americans, white Americans, Hispanic Americans, whatever it may be, different groups or different tribes of people are unable to communicate or work together effectively. And it's simply because they don't take the time to express empathy or a shared understanding of feelings that other groups have. So on this day where we celebrate the end of slavery and we celebrate the fact that we ridded one of the original sins of our nation, we should also look to ourselves and think, how can we be more empathetic? How can we share the emotions of others that are in our communities, that are in our country, or that are in our world? And how can we use that understanding of their emotions and walking alongside them? How can we use that to make better relationships and overcome some of the struggles and barriers that we have had over the past decades? I would challenge you today to feel for those who have, experienced a different life than you have today. And as you take that time, truly try to understand what those individuals have gone through in their life and what has changed them, both on the inside and the out, and how you can understand that and perhaps shift your opinion just a little bit to try to get to a place where you can figure out how to work together or support them through their story. This is Brandon Ives. Once again, I appreciate you taking the time to listen. to me. And for anyone out there celebrating Juneteenth, I would like to celebrate it with you and wish you a happy celebration of this wonderful date that we celebrate in America, where we ended slavery finally after many, many years of struggle with it. Take care, and I'll look forward to speaking with you the next time I talk.